Hi guys, I'm super excited to have Carol Kicinski here. She's the editor of Simply Gluten-Free magazine, a magazine that's gotten so many different awards. She'll tell you a little bit more about that, but she's normally in Florida, so she's on the opposite coast, but she's here today. So we're gonna do a quick chat and I want her to tell you her story. So how did this all start with gluten? How did gluten become not a part of your life?
It was your husband's fault,
right? Exactly. So we actually diagnosed her being
right.
gluten sensitive,
and I wasn't too happy about it.
And you weren't too happy about it.
No.
That's what I remember. Carol,
I remember Rick saying to me, "You know, that's the least of your worries." There's so much wrong with you.
And you had chronic migraines.
Yeah, I would have one migraine a week, and it would last 3 days. And I didn't want to talk about the actually, when I interviewed, you know how you fill out the paperwork?
Right, yeah.
And Dr. Rick kept wanting to talk about the headaches. And I said, I don't want to talk about that. I've been working for 20 years to find out. And I had literally given up.
Yeah.
And I said, my shoulder hurts. Can you just fix the damn shoulder?
Classic.
And he says, no. And he was so sincere.
Yeah.
And he says, I can help you if you'll just let me.
Aww.
So I left. I didn't say yes right away, but I went home and talked to my husband, and he was like, he said, you don't realize your headaches are affecting the whole rest of our family.
Right, right.
And you don't know that. As a woman, you feel like you suck it up. And,
right.
You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, he was like, do it. Do everything they say and do it to the letter.
Aww.
So, and then he told me, I don't know that we used the word gluten back then.
Yeah?
I think we used
Did we
wheat.
start with wheat?
Yeah.
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 Well, we didn't have the testing that we have now. So you're right. I think we started with you shouldn't eat wheat, which fortunately, you know, barley and rye is not a huge part of anybody's diet. But yeah, that's interesting. And I think the gluten testing came later.
A little bit later.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been tested every which way.
Right, yeah.
Just kept hoping it would be wrong.
Right. Yeah. No, still positive. No, still positive. Yeah.
So he said I had to take wheat out completely out of my diet, and I thought he was crazy. But I was like, I had promised I would do everything.
Yeah.
And the first week I had a mild headache. The second week I had no headache. It was the first time in like 16 years I
Wow.
had a migraine.
Wow.
So I thought there must be something
right?
to it.
You know, it's funny, I just did a migraine summit, and when the host contacted me, she said, I want you to talk about migraine and dealing with the pain and kind of how you help people deal with the pain. And I wrote her back and I said, so I'm not sure if I'm a good fit for your summit because we actually get rid of migraine. So it's not about dealing with the pain, it's about adiosing the migraine, you know? And this was pretty revolutionary. It's actually just launching in a week or two, the summit. Yeah. But and she just was so excited. She goes, no, this is a perfect fit. It wasn't an option, kind of like you, right?
Well, we started the journey of trying to find solutions when I was about 16, and my dad, bless his heart, would not let doctors give me medication.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to raise a drug addicted child. We have to figure out what's wrong.
There you go.
So, and every once in a while I would take something and they just made me throw up. So that wasn't even a solution.
Right. I wasn't given a solution either, so I totally understand.
I was given a lot of analysis.
Okay.
But no solution. Like, I had one doctor tell me, because I started when I was 16, and he's like, you're too young to have headaches. Oh, okay.
Thanks. That's helpful.
And then my mother I was in a car accident, and my mother was killed in that car accident. And then shortly thereafter, I started getting the headaches, right? So they put that together,
okay,
right?
Sure.
And so many doctors said, it's just psychological.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's a good solution.
Right, yeah.
Or it's just, you know, one doctor told me that in the accident, one of my ovaries was too close to my abdominal wall.
Oh, wow.
Which probably was a problem, but he said that was giving me. But see, none of these things offered a solution.
Right.
So,
something you could actually, and that's something we hear over and over with patients. It's like, this is just the way you are.
Right.
You know, so learn to live with it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we put an end to that.
That's right.
We're good at that. Okay. And then you kind of went kicking and screaming into the gluten-free world and talk about making lemonade out of lemons.
Yeah.
Now you have this beautiful magazine, which I get to write for every edition, which I love.
We're privileged about that. Yes.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit how it's going and kind of your future direction.
It's actually going really well. I just met with our or talked to our distributor, and they told me that if you take all the gluten-free and allergen-free titles together, including ours, Simply Gluten-Free comprises over 47% of the marketplace.
Look out, I just got chills.
I know.
That's so exciting.
Their exact words we have dominated the gluten-free magazine industry.
Love it. Love it.
Domination.
Now, I was thinking, because I knew you were coming today, is this year 4 or year 5 of the mag?
What do you mean?
How many years? Yeah.
When we do the November, December issue, and even though this is just summer, that's
Right.
what we're working on now. That
Right.
will be our 6th year.
6. Okay, I thought, if I'm thinking 4 or 5, it's probably 6.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, the very first one was a gorgeous turkey for Thanksgiving.
That's
So
right.
yeah, and so every November, December, January,
Yeah.
I realize it's the anniversary because I remember the first one. Yeah.
We've
I have them all up. Oh no, they're somewhere. Okay, they started falling off the shelf. The shelf is too narrow, but they're all right here. Cool.
Yeah.
And what are future plans?
Well, we're focusing on more. We do surveys of our readers.
Good.
So we're always wanting to give them exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And so that's interesting and evolves. We're just in the process of doing that again. But we're just. I always say I'm not out to change the world to gluten-free. I'm here to offer simple, beautiful solutions for people who need to be gluten-free.
Right.
So we're never going to abandon that. But then as we grow, I find there's so much more to it. Like we have an article coming out in this next issue about Lyme disease.
Right.
I never even,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm constantly trying to get, then that's where you come in, like the medical information and the other doctors that write for us. Like, so that we're keeping people apprised of these other things, sort of like beyond just gluten-free.
Right, because gluten,
Yeah.
attenuates, lessens the immune system's ability to fight, and so secondary, I call it the secondary effects of gluten. You get the infections, and it opens you up to so many things, including autoimmune disease, which people don't appreciate. They kind of put it in this box of, oh, you can't eat gluten, but it's like that's kind of first step, which can be a little overwhelming when someone hears not only can't I eat gluten, but I also have to dig a little deeper to really optimize. But yeah, you make it easy and delicious
to make it easy
and beautiful
and not so scary.
Yeah.
Because information is power.
Absolutely.
But then also, and this is one of the things I really appreciate about you, you write so the person can understand it.
Yeah.
How many times do you listen to a doctor and you're like, okay, I seriously want to kill myself now. There's no hope.
What did you say? Yeah, no, it's true.
We're
it's
all
true.
about hope. And
Right.
making, you can live a really beautiful life and be gluten-free.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for doing this today. It was a little impromptu.
Yes, it
I
was.
know.
You look
This is
better
what you
than
can do
this.
to your friends. Yeah. Sit down. We're going to talk. Anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Carol is amazing. She's very innovative, and this magazine's incredible. If you haven't seen it, you should absolutely subscribe. If you're a patient, you've seen it because it's all over my office. But so definitely check it out. Wonderful recipes of all types, always gluten-free. And we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.